Hello. First thing I hear is I should really turn them off for this game. Give me a second. Hello chat. How are you all doing today? Yeah, I've turned them all off because this is a real comfy game. Like, I don't want screams or stuff like that. But yeah, this is a new game. One of my good friends got it for Christmas. It is a visual novel, so it might be voice acted, or I might have to do a lot of talking. But we shall see. All I know is these are Parasite. Oh my. These two here are the main characters. There is a moment in life when you realize you have fallen deeply in love with someone. For me, that moment is. She is surrounded by the bodies of her enemies in a scarlet sea of endless corpses. Her glare disappears when she looks at me.
Are you alright?
Voice acting. He runs to my side, stepping between twisted arms and severed legs, past gaping mouths and lifeless.
I'm fine. You know, sometimes I think you forget I'm also a trained soldier.
So the premise is human vampire. I gesture at the bodies around me. He shrugs.
Well, you worry about me. Me. One of the strongest vampires of this generation.
And modest. Don't forget modest.
My attempt at humor doesn't seem to ease her concern, and she closes the distance between us, cupping my face.
You humans are such fragile things. You break so easily. How am I not supposed to worry?
Vlatka brushes her thumb across the cut on my. Withdrawing her hand, she slides her tongue slowly across her face. The action is so intimate that I can't suppress a shiver that runs down my spine, nor stop from blushing. I cough and change the subject.
What are we going to do with all of them?
What Vlatka casts a formidable glance at the bodies.
Burying them would be ideal. Or burning them to stop any disease. But I'm afraid we don't have time for that.
Do you think they might be following us?
They are following us. Hence our last battle.
I give her shoulder a gentle shove.
Come on, darling. Stop the teasing. I'm serious.
I can't.
Of course you can. You just don't want to.
I stop mid-sentence when I see the pain in her eyes.
I can't stop. If I do, I'm afraid I won't be able to handle the weight of it all.
Vlatka sinks to the ground in a patch miraculously unstained with blood. Buries her face in her hand. I have never seen her look so vulnerable. She is so brave and aloof all the time that it's easy to forget the burden she bears. I sit beside her, resting my head on her shoulder.
It will be alright. No matter what happens, I'm here. I'll always be here.
She caresses my face and slowly takes my hand in hers. I lift my head to see the infinite love in her violet eyes. She wonders how she got so lucky having someone like me, but I know that I'm the lucky. The intensity of her gaze makes me close my eyes and just bask in.
Thank you, Sophia.
Anything for you.
She presses her face into my neck and mumbles something incoherent.
What?
Sophia? Sophia? Sophia!
Why are you shouting? I'm right here.
I lift my head to look at her, but instead of a pair of her eyes, blue. I meet one blue one.
Corinne?
Corinne?
Sophia! Sophia, wake up!
Vatka's face wavers and disintegrates like reflection on water when I stone. I blink into the gloom. It takes me some time to remember where I am. Ah man, it was just a dream. Someone is shaking my shoulder. I just roll over. My eyelids are too heavy and back. Why does it sound like everyone ever in the morning? It just sounds like everyone ever in the morning.
Oh, for God's sake.
Dude. Someone punches my.
Ouch!
Ouch!
Did you have to hit
Hit
me
me
so
so
hard?
And Green crosses her arms.
You didn't wake up even when I shook you. What was I supposed to do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Bring me breakfast in bed?
Oh my god. Why is this the most relatable one so far?
Besides, why are you waking
Me up at I tend to look at the clock on my night table.
5 in the morning? Are you insane?
Simply.
I don't know. You tell me.
What?
I mean, it was you who said we had to be ready at 5 a.m. for the mission.
Shit! Ah, the mission! Why didn't you wake me earlier?
You chase her head in
Shit!
desperation.
You don't pay me enough for this.
Wait, am I paying her? Damn it. I need my money.
Shut up.
Hey, Nick.
No can do. If I'm going to be your accomplice and wake you up at this ungodly hour, the least you can give me is the right to tease you about it.
Oh, drop the act. You love going on these missions.
How's it going, Nix?
No, I go to these missions to make sure your sorry ass comes back in one piece.
So, the adrenaline and new garments have nothing to do with it.
Wow, she's sassy. Green laughs, grabs my clothes and throws them at my bed.
Just get ready. I'll wait for you outside.
Before I can say anything else, Green walks out, a laugh still reverberating in my head. It's a comforting sound that has accompanied me most of my life. Although right now, it's slightly too loud for my freshly awakened senses.
Shit. I'd better get a move on.
It's about time.
Yeah. Whatever you say. Green is leaning on the door of the resistors, carrying the same bag as I am, and is holding an AK-47.
Oh, come on. It didn't take that long.
It did if we want to be there on time. Now let's go. I'm driving.
What if I don't want to be there on time? We stop walking when a sleepy voice helps us know practice.
Hey, where are you two going?
Hey, I'm not a bad driver. We turn to see Mina. Masha's second in command, rubbing her eyes.
Mina, what are you doing up this early?
I was hungry and then I saw you.
You sneaking
Anyway,
off?
I might ask you the same.
The leader and I have some personal business. Nothing to worry about. Go back to sleep.
I'm sure Masha wouldn't see it that way.
Busted.
Well, Masha doesn't need to find out. And I know we can trust you not to sell us out.
Green flashes Mina a smile, making her blush.
I suppose it could be our little secret.
I knew we could count on you, Mina. You're the best. Now go back to bed.
Mina nods in terms back to the quarters. Green catches her, grinning in front.
What?
What?
Nothing. Looks like you've got yourself a fan, that's all.
It really does. That or she likes it. And not just as fan. I know Green well enough to see a subtle blush.
I can't help it if I have that effect on people. Now let's go. We've wasted enough time as it is.
Can you see the guards?
Yeah, they're in the same positions from when we scouted.
Ooh, where are they going? We crouched behind a mound of earth. Green was peering through her binoculars at the research facility we're about to infiltrate. I don't know why she doesn't use a telescope since one of her eyes is covered by a patch.
Let me see.
Use your own binoculars.
I forgot to bring them.
I forgot them.
I knew it. I knew it.
Of course you did. I'm surprised you remembered to put your pants on. We left in such a hurry. Here. And don't drop them.
Here, don't drop them. I pay for the lenses and examine the guards.
How much time do we have before they change shifts?
Based on reconnaissance, 5 minutes and 17 seconds.
That's very specific. Why would
We're
you-
lucky we've got that long, given how hard it was to wake you.
All right, all right.
I lower the binoculars and grab my assault rifle. The hold still creates a sudden knot in my stomach. There's no reverse. I only wish I could have left Green out of this. Truth is, I need her and she knows.
You don't have to do this, you know. The vampire princess is my problem. I hate putting others at risk. Especially you.
Green raises a hand.
This again.
She feigns that you want to show how tiresome.
We've had this conversation a million times. I'm here because I want to be. Besides, I wasn't joking when I said I come on missions to keep you safe. Things around here suck enough without losing you.
Yeah, this is it. Complete. I keep quiet. There's nothing I could say to persuade her deep down on me. I would be devastated if she agreed and left me.
Okay, enough conversation. It's time. Stick to the plan. I'll distract them and you wait for my signal to fire.
Got it. Be careful, please.
When am I not careful?
Do you want that list chronologically or alphabetically?
Oh my god.
Can't hear you.
My smile fades as I watch Green through the block. He moves from cover to cover like a cat clinging to the shadow, always making himself look effortless. Without removing my gaze, I insert a magazine and take my safety, setting my sights on the guard nearest. Green arrives at the front door seconds before the guards change position. She lifts her thumb and I squeeze the trigger. The gun gives a slight kick and the bullet shreds through the cartilage and the bone of the guard's right knee. He topples to the ground with a muffled scream. Before the other guard can react, I shot him in the shin and leap from cover to scream. He's already gagged and bound by the time I
Well, that was rather anticlimactic. It's boring being this good.
Green sighs and grabs the guard's key.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your cooperation.
This particular wing of the research facility is far enough from the others. Nobody would hear if you scream, which is exactly why Green and I are here.
Let's move.
Chronological, please. I want alphabetical.
Damn, this place is huge.
Makes it easier.
You're right. The map we got.
Green stays silent. Only sound is a soft rustling of our map. Definitely on. Map reveals leading lanes and jumbled. I can make no method to its.
It's almost like they don't want us to know where we're going. Are you sure you're not holding it upside down?
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Of course it makes no sense to you. I doubt you even glanced at it.
I shrug and Green shakes head in it.
What would you do without me?
Get lost, probably get shot. Green guides us through corridors with ease. We use the key card to unlock several doors, knocking a few more guards before reaching the old bunk. We enter what appears to be an old laboratory. The flickering lights and there's a dust up. Metal tables speak for its impact.
Remember what we're here for. Salvage anything we can use, but stay focused on the main objective.
Green nods. As we search, we find several sets of test tubes filled with a substance. Blood. Savouring strange ochre colour. The tube's discoloration hints that it's been there for a long time. Given the nature of these facilities, it's probably not human blood. The thought makes it better.
Did you find anything?
No, just some strange medical machines I doubt we could get working if we tried. They're nothing like I've ever seen before. What'd you find?
Nothing. Just some old notes. Let's keep moving.
Good. That room gave me the creeps.
I wanted to stay in it a bit more.
Trust me, you weren't the only one.
We travel along several more corridors, stopping to scan any rooms for supplies or resources. Our search yields nothing of import, and I...
Don't worry, we'll find something. The mission's not over yet.
You're right.
Come on.
Pulls me by the arm and holds her keycard up to it. We find ourselves in a room full of cabinets, and a board covered in diagrams. At the opposite end of the room is a large computer.
I'll see if this thing still works. You check the cabinets.
Got it.
This room is similar to the others we've seen, old and untouched. Cobwebs lace the keyboard and monitor. I try unsuccessfully to turn it.
Aha! Finally got something.
Green holds up a piece of rolled paper.
What is it?
What is it? She hands me the paper and I unravel it.
This is exactly what we need, Kareen. You're the best!
Ooh, I wonder what the piece of paper is. I re-roll the paper and hug her tightly. We stay like that for
You know what this means, right? Side mission.
God, this game. I love this game, but it's cooling me out on so many levels.
Look here. It shows an armory near the room we're looking for. We can stop by both. We might even get double what we came here for.
Green's eyes shine. Can't help but be just as excited. Getting some new tech, weapons, and various helpful trinkets is always a plus for missions. And carry a heavy bag loaded with our loot, AK-47s, an extra ammo belt, a radio transmitter, and a better scope for my rifle. We are looking for an exit.
You should let me carry that bag. I'm stronger than you.
Nope. You're the map reader. I refuse to look at the confusing maze any longer than necessary. It makes my eyes go funny.
You say it like reading a map is difficult.
Depends what the map is like.
Shit.
What?
Down!
3 bullets zip through the air, and Kareen and I hit the floor. Our hands cover our metal wall.
Fuck! There weren't supposed to be any guards here! Fuck, this is serious.
No shit, it's serious?
Follow me!
Okay. I run after Kareen, casting backwards glances.
At 8 o'clock!
I hoist the bag up and sling it over my shoulder, hoping it will act as a shield for any incoming bullets. I spin and shot one of our pursuers in the leg, but
Look, there's the door!
I follow Kareen's gesture, but I can't off my I shot myself and Kareen's chest.
Kareen! Watch out!
I lunge forward, slamming my body into hers. The bullet grazes her arm instead of thudding into her.
Ugh!
Kareen clutches her arm as blood seeps fingers coloring her sleeve.
Are you alright?
What kind of question is that? I've been shot.
I mean, that is kind of a dumb question.
It was rhetorical.
It's a flesh wound. Don't worry about me. Worry more about the next bullet hitting us in the face or something.
She makes light of it. I can tell from her gritted teeth.
Use the key card on the door, quick!
I don't need to be told twice. Card reader beeps. Green kicks the door open, and we dive through just as a handful of bullets pepper the wall around us. Green slams the door behind us, and I bring my gun on. The card lock once, twice, 3 times, until it dangles loose on the spark.
That should buy us some time.
The car is just beyond those trees. We can make it if we run.
I look at Kareen's red drips.
It looks like a lot of blood.
There's a medkit in the car. I can take care of the wound. You looking at it won't stitch it up.
True. With her good arm, she ruffles my hair. I gesture she does regularly. She's. Are we like
You're
really
right.
short or something?
I'm sorry.
I sling my rifle over my shoulder and grip the bag tightly. I follow Green as the sounds of the attempting to break through the door ring out behind us.
You're driving.
Green shouts back over her shoulder. Adrenaline or the rage. Okay by it.
Isn't one near-death experience enough for one day?
Oh great, she ain't. Okay, apparently she ain't good at driver. Listening through the back door of the resistance headquarters with like Asher hitting spider in a web.
Where have you been?
He kinda cute. With her folded arms and beady eyes is preparing for a reprimand. Her gaze drops to where blood drips from the cradled arm and her mouth draws a thin line.
We need to talk.
Crane and I exchange pain.
Follow me to my office. Now.
Chapter 1 by 5.
Sophia, honey, is everything okay?
Jumped at the sound of my name. I'd been so lost in thought I had barely touched my dinner. My mother, Agatha, was looking at me, sad, pushed on her face.
Yes, of course.
Come on, Soph. I know you too well. What's wrong?
Did we go back in time in this chapter or something?
Nothing, it's just...
Just what?
I heard some things today about vampires. Bad things that I didn't know before. It's shaken me up.
What things?
What things?
And who told you?
Exactly, who told you?
Mr. Jennings. In class. He did a lecture on it. He said that vampires are evil and that they are our mortal enemies.
The vampires be cute.
Ah.
Agatha frowned into.
Is it true, Mama? You've always told me that they were our allies. You've always accepted them. And Father did. You know, before what happened.
What are you doing that about, vampire, huh?
But if what Mr. Jennings said was true, then how could you possibly accept them? They're monsters.
My mind as always flashed back to good recurring dreams of a beautiful red-eyed vampire. I'd always felt comfort and adoration. All of a sudden there was...
Calm down, dear. I can explain.
Me not evil?
Can you?
Well, no, not really. For who can explain the forces that drive us?
No, not really, for who can explain the forces that drive us? Whims, good man bad, or a bad man.
Mr. Jennings said that in the 50-year war, vampires slaughtered hundreds of thousands of humans. Innocent people. Even children. That they dragged their corpses away to feed on their blood. Please tell me it's not true.
I am.
I wish I could, but I can't.
What? But
Just as there are good and bad people, there are good and bad vampires.
Yeah. Not everyone's good, not everyone's bad.
That's what I said. But Mr. Jennings didn't think so. And most of my classmates agreed with him.
Hey, Sakura.
I wanted to sink into the floor when they started saying that anyone who accepted vampires were as bad as they were. I felt ashamed.
Never feel ashamed, Sophia. My mother cupped my cheek with her hand, stroking it with her thumb. I lifted my head to meet her gaze.
People have different opinions and different ways of seeing things.
But how can I know who is right?
That is something you must learn for yourself. I cannot help you. But one day you shall see.
I'm scared, Mama. I mean, why does almost everyone think one thing and only a few of us think the other? What if we're the ones who are wrong?
How are you doing, Sakura?
I mean, killing children? Feeding on corpses? Even the worst humans haven't done that.
You're right. The worst humans have done worse things.
Yeah.
Humans are just as much to blame for the war. And you love me, right? I'm human.
She gave me a small smile, but there was sadness in it. An unspoken resignation could no longer shelter me from the dark truth. How am I? Yeah, I'm not. That innocence was ephemeral.
Of course I love you. I need some time to think. I need some air.
Ooh, I suddenly felt claustrophobic. The room was spinning and the walls were closing in. I stood up from the table, grabbed my jacket and reached for the door.
Sophia! Wait! It's too late to go out! Please!
I slammed the door behind me hard enough to shake the house. My mind was in turmoil, so I ran. And even when I found myself in a strange part of town, I kept running. The only clear image in my mind was a pair of red eyes and a pale, beautiful face. The figure that always appeared like an angel, tonight seemed like a demon. There she is! I am Princess Flutka, Razvan Zur. Come on, I know vampires are supposed to have a weird name, but come on, how am I supposed to say that? Princess Flutka Razvan Zur. Future. I know if I try and say it anymore, it's just gonna get flipped and taken out of context again. The lights in the ballroom bathe everything in gold, competing with the hard flashes of light from hundreds of cameras. The overwhelming sound of shutters clicking makes me shudder. Showing weakness would not be befitting of a princess.
Princess Vodka, please, look this way!
What are your thoughts on our nation's current state of affairs?
Pose for the photos, darling.
A tidal wave of reporters, journalists, and photographers surged forward. I bite my tongue and press a strange smile to me. I was already famous to humans and vampires. What's one more photo shoot?
Try not to look too cold and emotionless, dear.
I know honesty is just my regular expression. never been good at posing for cameras, and I doubt that'll change anytime soon. Eventually the flashes stop and the reporters go away. Try to hide my relief as I hear my father approaching.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it, Sakura.
Before we begin, I would like to thank all of you for attending our beloved princess's 150th birthday.
Round of applause reached the ballroom's high arched ceiling and the band started playing an elegant, fast-paced melody that urges people to the floor.
Please, enjoy the ball.
Couples waltz across the polished tiles, moving to the music. Gem-studded dresses mesh with fancy, well-tailored suits. I used to love such a spectacle when I was little. It felt like a fairy tale. Not anymore. I approach a table filled with lustrous desserts and champagne in glass goblets. Perhaps if I hide behind a cake. That was honestly me just trying to hide behind anything at parties.
Vlatka Ratsven Zugravescu, what do you think you're doing?
That name. Vlatka. Vlatka. I raise my plate, stating the obvious.
I'm eating.
I know that, darling. What I meant was, why aren't you mingling? There are many lovely gentlemen for you to meet tonight.
Try not to cringe at my mother's euphemism for a potential suitor.
I thought you and Father had decided to handle these lovely gentlemen I'm supposed to meet.
Oh, she getting sassy.
We will, but it would still be good for you to meet them now.
No.
By myself? Wouldn't that cause scandal?
There are plenty of guests here if you're worried about being perceived as dishonorable. Would you prefer your father and I walk with you?
They could do all the talking and save me the trouble, but having them at my side putting words in my mouth would be bad.
No, I'll be fine on my own. Thanks for the offer. Can I at least finish my food before I go?
All right, darling. But then you must act the part.
Acting. He nods and goes away. I take my time to finish the sweet eating and my champagne as slowly as I can. Then I take a deep breath. Just as I'm re-entering the ballroom, a sweet voice cooes.
Your Highness, what an honor! It's wonderful to see you.
I turn to see the wife of Viscount Albescu, Lady Albescu, bowing before me. She's a petite woman with a big mouth. They say if you want the world to know your business, tell ladies.
Lady Albescu, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to congratulate you on such a fine celebration and important occasion.
Why do I feel like she's gonna stab us in the back?
Why, thank you.
It's not every day the vampire princess turns 150!
I seriously feel like she's gonna stab us in the back. She laughs as though she said something extremely funny, like clears her throat.
I also wanted to introduce you to my son, since I heard you're looking for potential suitors.
She had ulterior motive.
I'm deeply moved by your generous offer, Lady Albescu. Unfortunately, custom dictates that the future bride does not handle her own marriage proposals. When the time comes, my mother and father will handle the matter.
I'm about to dismiss myself from the conversation where my mother's words bring. I still my resolve to tell myself I should at least seem to be making an effort.
Though, I am sure they will be delighted with the prospect.
Lady Albescu's smile.
Oh, I'm elated to hear that, Your Highness. Your mother and father must have been thinking about this arrangement for quite some time now. I'm sure you remember my son?
No.
Certainly. Alexis, right?
Alexi! Dear Alexi! He's just over there. Alexi, sweetheart! Come and greet Her Highness.
If that's how my mother talked to me, I would walk the opposite direction and not be busy. Is he a mama's boy? Or vampire? You can't be more than 100 years old, appears from behind Lady Albescu's.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Yes. I would still walk away and zone her if she's supposed to be. It takes all my self-control not to do something I might regret later. But if it's not Alexi, the poor boy looks terrified.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Alexi. How old are you?
I'm about to turn 80.
He's nearly half her age. He said it with such childish pride that it's almost laughable.
A fine age. It was a pleasure to meet you, Alexi. And you, Lady Albescu. But I have other affairs I must tend to.
But, Your Highness...
Now, if you'll excuse me.
I dip my head in curtsy, hastily make my way towards a large goblet of wine.
Did you see how she treated Lady Albescu?
Conceited so-and-so.
Vampires whisper behind my back, knowing full well I can hear them. Vampires, like bats, have excellent hearing. This constant blabbering hurts me. I wish I could turn their voices.
Even a pretty face can't fix arrogance.
I'm about to lose my patience when a familiar voice cuts through the drivel like a sword. He likes.
You wouldn't just call her a pretty face if you had seen her training.
I see a tall vampire with a glass of what could be blood or wine swelling in his hand. As he walks past, he leans in with a weak whispers.
Focus, princess. You... won't be able to beat me with that kind of attitude.
Yeah, whatever. I thrust my Do vampires just make everything out of blood? Like, seriously. Do they just make everything out of blood? I thrust my blood sword trying to attack Julie. Ilulian side, but he blocked it with his own blood sword. Give me one of he smiles. I take one step back to get momentum and lunged with my sword.
Your combat stance needs work. Bend your knees less.
I glared at him, but Buffalo hit his.
Yes, just like that. Try lunging again.
I did as he said, and this time managed to hit him.
Good, good. Now.
I thrust this time, and he managed to block it in the last second. The sound our swords made when clashing sounded like a... But he retreated, making a fake attack that distracted me enough to almost lose my breath. When he was about to strike again, I spread my wings and rose a few feet above the ground. Hey, that's cheating.
Hey, that's cheating.
That's what I said.
It's not cheating. It's using everything I have to my advantage.
Touché.
Oh dear. My wings started feeling heavy, so I drifted back to the earth and let them disappear as my feet touched the ground.
Besides, it's not like I can fly for long periods.
Eyes are coming. Julian captured my blood sword with his, sweeping it around. I tried not to let magic disperse, but he was stronger than I was.
What do I always tell you about losing focus?
Rippity derp. Made a final strike, pointing his sword at my edge.
If this was a real fight, you'd be...
I knew he was right. I'd be dead if this had been real. But something inside me refused to give up. I focused on his blood sword and wished for it to be mine. Julian watched in shock as his sword disappeared from his hands and lifted in mine. The blade that was once pointed at my heart was now pointed at his.
How?
I looked at the sword and unsure of how I managed it, but pleased nonetheless.
Ha! Checkmate! How does it feel to...
I was trailed off. I saw his expression. He looked as if he'd seen a ghost. True, he might not be the gracious loser, but that wasn't it.
Class is dismissed.
What? Julian, wait!
Julian, okay. Julian. They didn't listen to me, and walked away.
What was that?
Strike with confidence, know your limits, and most of all, never underestimate your opponent's princess. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to sample some more desserts.
Julian raised his glass and rose before a sip, and smoothly intercepting a gaggle of several beautiful vampires. I suppressed a smile, wishing I had his abashed at this. Okay, I need to recover. I'm finding it difficult to concentrate on so many fake pleasantries. I want to talk to my father before I meet the ones who I dread the most.
Your Highness, what a pleasure to meet you.
Uh-oh. Speak, Letevil, and he shall appear. I went at the sound of a voice, compose myself and turn with a forced smile. Mihai Stanislav has his usual creepy smile.
Lord Stanislav, I had expected your company.
Just call me Mihai. Lord Stanislav is my father.
Oh, there is no way I would forget that. There is no way anyone would forget. My drink go. Where my drink go?
My apologies.
My apologies.
How
How
can
come
I
I'd
be
be
of
upset?
service?
So cold, Vladka. Since it's clear we'll be spending the rest of our lives together, I thought we should get to know each other a little.
Excuse me, how is it clear? How is that clearer than anything? Regardless of whether he was a lord's son or not, neglecting my title was blatant disrespect.
I beg your pardon.
I'm hurt. Here I thought I was the most suited for you.
He feigns sadness, and I feel his lips curl in disgust.
That's not something for us to decide.
Mihai's carefully crafted expression slips for a second. An irritated voice stares back. He regains his composure and straightens. Running one hand through his hair, he smiles.
Well, it's not much of a decision, is it? My father has power many could only dream about. Together, our realm would be formidable.
Now, do we go for his eyes or his neck? Maybe his tongue, but he can't speak. Mihai smiles eagerly at my silence, interpreting it as he sidles close to me, rubbing my arm and looking down at me.
Like I mentioned, why don't we get to know one another?
He looks at me from head to toe in a way that makes me want to grow up.
Spend some quality time together.
Maybe
Maybe
another time.
I turn in an attempt to keep anger in my eyes. Mihai is an arrogant, power-hungry manipulator following in the footsteps of his father. He grips my wrist with painful force and whirls me around. While no words pass between us, my unchecked rage is. Mihai grits his teeth.
I wasn't finished with my proposal, Vladka. Do you treat all your guests with this little appreciation? Seems like we'll have to work on your manners.
You...
I bite my tongue before I say something my parents will make me regret later. Thinking of them makes me...
I would like to speak to my father. So, if you'll excuse me.
I don't think that's possible.
And why not?
Because our fathers are busy right now. They're speaking in private.
Is that so? Well, I'll look for my mother instead.
My words seem to confuse Mihai. Use that second to slip out of his grasp and escape. I walk as quickly as I can without drawing attention and exit the ballroom. The truth is, I lied to Mihai. I'm not going to search for my mother. I'm going to find out what exactly my father and the leader of the Elder Council are talking about. I walked where father usually has his meeting for that. However, I didn't expect the East Wing's doors to be flanked by. I hide behind a statue surveying it, by my lazily.
Oh, come on, just go away.
In my
Hey.
hand with my breath.
Weren't we supposed to guard the other wing?
Ah, shit. You're right. Let's get moving.
I blink, unable to believe my good luck, and I barely have time to duck behind the statue. I arrive at the end of the main hall without being caught when I hear the council leader, Lord Stallingslav voice, as well as my father's, coming from a closed room. I peer through the keyhole. Then no lanterns or torches are lit. Silver light from the full moon clearly illuminates two figures facing each other. I could only see my father's back as he spoke.
Stanislav, I'm the figure who rules this country. You had no right to do something so extreme without consulting me.
Uh-oh. Not good.
These people were my subjects. You spilled blood in my name. You slaughtered innocents.
Someone's in trouble. Exactly. Someone is in trouble. I'd never heard my father so angry.
Never soft-hearted and naive, Garridan.
I like his name. His name's cool.
What did you say to me?
Garrett didn't know.
Rebellions threatened the established order. Their hands were tainted with betrayal and the use of human weapons. They were traitors. You know what happens to traitors. We make them disappear.
Punishing traitors is one thing, but this was mass murder.
Mass murder.
Nothing justifies genocide. Rebels or not, they were still my subjects. You cannot take extremist measures without consulting me first.
Oh.
Consult you?
Yes, Stanislav.
Stanislav's stepping laugh fills the room, loud enough to chill the blood. Takes a step forward toward my father.
Let's be transparent, Garridan.
Hmm?
We've been hiding our hands the entire game, and it's time to have a little fun. Never forget, you might be a king on the table, but at the end of the day, I'm the dealer.
Hmm?
It has been like this since your father was king, and it will be like this forever.
I see my father clench his fists. Pains me seeing this.
I won't allow you to continue abusing your power. It's clear your place on the Elders' Council was too much for you to handle.
You won't allow me? What interesting phrasing for a man with no real power. Does the puppet not allow its master to pull its strings? No. Just like a puppet, you have no authority. You're a weak man without the resolve to rule. Thankfully, the princess takes more after her mother than you. She's more fit to rule than you ever were. I wonder if she'll be just as easy to manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
Lay a finger on my daughter, and I swear...
How long till we get slapped or killed? Let's Stanislav laughs again. And he puts one finger on my father's chest.
Relax, Garridan. I'm not stupid enough to gamble away the Elder's most important asset, and, dare I say, my future daughter-in-law.
Yeah, good luck with that.
She'll be treated with respect.
You're gonna get a blood sword up your backside.
If she cooperates with us.
She's too young to...
Lord's Loving's laugh, takes a step back, and made a wave with his hand as if trying to make a light.
Of course, I'm not talking about the present. I'm not a monster. I'm talking about the future. She's the ace up the Elder's sleeve.
He pauses, and a predator's smile appears on his lip.
And what if you're wrong? What if she isn't the one from the prophecy? You'll cast her aside?
Prophecy. What prophecy? The prophecy, of course. I've heard of the prophecy. Everyone has. What the hell has it got to do with me?
Time will tell on that, old friend. Time will tell.
I don't like it one bit.
Just because she isn't showing the signs yet, doesn't mean she isn't the one. We need to watch for them, be ready to act, and keep her in check.
I need to keep you in check.
The progenitor's heir will be a double-edged blade. We need to wield it with caution.
One. The progenitor's heir? Me? Ha! Impossible. But the mere fact they are talking about it makes my head spin. Suddenly I feel faint. Take a step back, losing my footing, and collapse on the hard marble floor. Boom, boom. Oh damn. Oh damn. This looks cool. Oh, well there goes his arm. Oops. Oh, that's cute. Okay, that was very. So we've gone back from the last chapter, we've gone back 3 years. I slowed to catch my breath, realizing I was in an unfamiliar part of town and totally. Suddenly a backpack hit the ground, feet in front of me. I looked up, a little girl down at me from a window on the street. She was about my age. Her blonde hair hung long cascades and her skin was pale, as though it had never been kissed by
Out
the
of the
sun.
way!
Is that Corrine? Where I acted just in time as she jumped from it. She landed where I had been standing seconds earlier.
Damn, I need practice.
Yep, that's Corrine. She stood up, shaking her gloved backpack and said at me.
Stay away!
Rude.
Rude. He heard me, didn't respond, and then began walking. I decided to follow, not just because I needed directions. There's something about her captivated. I hung back so she wouldn't notice she had a shadow, and after a while she slowed and stopped as I crossed it. Cleared my throat and startled. She turned with a glare.
I told you to stay away from me.
I need someplace to sleep.
Find your own spot, or run on home.
I can't. I'm kinda lost.
Not my problem.
Not my problem. I decided to appeal to her moral side, hoping she had one.
You know, you almost knocked me out when you threw your backpack down. Least you can do is let me rest a while. Until it gets light out. And you almost jumped into me. You owe me.
She kept quiet for a few seconds, and I began to fear she didn't have a moral side after all. Finally shrugged.
Fine, you can stay.
And you can
but
stay.
just for this night.
If we're going to spend the night, can I at least know your name?
Green.
No point. I'll be gone when you wake.
Suit yourself. I'll just have to call you friend then.
You shouldn't be too quick to call people friends. You don't know me.
I know you're decent enough to let me stay the night. That sounds like a friend in my book.
Aww. Be precious.
Whatever. Call me Corrine or Vasiliv. Makes no difference to me.
I knew it was green. From up close, she looked even more like a porcelain doll. She had long lashes, unblemished white skin, and ears. She also spoke like an adult, and wore clothes I'd only ever seen in a fancy shop window. Something seemed off, out of place.
And you are?
Well,
Sorry. My name is Sophia. With an I.
Funny. I always thought Sophia was with an S.
I laughed. At least she had a sense of humor. Probably meant she wouldn't rob me and leave me in the night. The next day, with the sun's light, I found my way back home. My mother was relieved to see me, slightly angry. It made me promise not to run off at night. But I could not. My encounter with Green out dead. The following day after school, I returned to her.
What the hell are you doing here?
I shrugged, glancing around a dimly lit bunker. She stood up from the old sofa as she was.
Glad to see you too, Corrine.
I don't remember inviting you again.
You didn't. But you also didn't invite me the first time.
I did, but I also said just for the night. Wait, are you one of my parents' guards?
What?
What? That question took me by surprise. Guards? Was she from some prestigious family? That's why she seems so out of place. I haven't been able to put my finger on it before. It suddenly seemed obvious.
Are they paying you to follow me?
They paying me to...
Nobody's paying me to do anything, unfortunately.
Fortunately.
I could do with the coin.
I don't trust you.
Do I look like someone your parents would send after you?
She looked me up and down. Try not to falter under her intense.
I guess not.
Why would anyone be after you anyway? Are you some sort of rich girl? I knew it. No wonder your clothes are all so clean.
I'm not rich. My parents are.
Then why run away? Most people I know would kill to come from a wealthy family.
I wasn't running away. I was sneaking away. There's a difference.
What's the difference?
They don't even know I'm missing half the time.
Oh, damn.
Also, weren't you doing the same thing when we met?
I was running, yes. Not running away. I'm happy at home, even if we are poor.
Happy? That must be nice.
So it's true what they say. Money can't buy happiness. I would have figured.
I wonder.
What were you sneaking away from then?
Constant judgment, unrealistic expectations, parental pressure.
That. That sounds like my... Constant judgment, unrealistic expectations. That sounds like my work.
And they'd really send guards after you. Wow, you must be important.
Nope. My parents are, which means I have to be Little Miss Perfect. I hate it. Anyway, enough about me. This is my secret bunker. I get to ask the questions. Why were you running if you're so happy at home?
Anyway, enough. Okay.
I just needed some air, that's all.
In the dark?
Yes.
Yep. I needed to think about something.
About what?
What indeed?
Nothing important.
Nothing important.
Important enough to get lost in a strange part of town at night.
I mean, she's got you there, Sophia.
I'd rather not go into it.
Why not? You've suddenly made yourself slightly more interesting. I might even let you sit on this old moldy couch if you continue to intrigue me.
Oh yeah, moldy couch. I laughed. I didn't feel like talking about this right now, but something about Cream made me feel relaxed. And she was offering me a space on her moldy old couch after all. Oh.
Okay. But you might think it's weird.
Try me.
What do you think about vampires?
Cream just blinked.
Not a lot. What's that got to do with running away?
It has everything to do with it. I needed to clear my head. I was conflicted by what I thought I knew about vampires and what I was told in school. So answer my question. What do you think about vampires?
I don't really care.
How can you not care?
How can you not care? Oh.
I don't care about anything related to politics. My rule is to not talk about that outside my house. I already have to do that enough there as it is.
That's fair. Yeah, honestly fair.
Oh, it's easy not to care when something doesn't affect you. Maybe if I had guards, I wouldn't care as much either.
Very intense.
You know nothing about my life.
I'm willing to learn. If you'll tell me.
You wouldn't understand.
You don't know that unless you try.
Come on. Just talk to us. I decided to try a different approach. If I wanted to make her trust me, I had to give her a reason.
What about this? I'll tell you a secret, and you tell me one.
Suit yourself, but I don't promise anything in return.
My father was saved by a vampire during the last war.
What?
Well, I don't know the full story, but what I understand is that they were both tired and fed up with their leaders. It was kind of a tacit agreement to just ignore each other and go on.
It up. Green kept quiet for a long time. I started to wonder if I had done the right thing. Maybe she judged me like Mr. Jennings did for having some connection to murderous evil vampires. At last she smiled, and my shoulders sagged in.
I won't tell you any secrets, but you can stay if you want. You're more interesting than any of my classmates anyway.
I smiled, but I thought I'd best change the subject to lighten the mood.
Hey, do you know about the abandoned mansion where kids usually go to play? You know, the one in the southern area? The one they say belonged to vampires ages ago?
I've heard about it, but I've never been there.
Want to go?
What, right now?
Not scared, are you?
Of course not. Why would that scare me?
She's scared.
Oh, I don't know. Some say it's haunted.
Please don't tell me you believe in ghosts.
Vampires are real. Ghouls, too. What's so weird about ghosts?
Vampires, ghouls, and ghosts.
Come to think of it, this old bunker looks pretty spooky.
Crane suddenly stood up and strode towards the door. Worried had taken the teasing too far, and she was about to ask me to leave, but she stopped and looked at me.
Well, what are you waiting for? I don't know my way to the damn place.
I laughed, picked up my school bag, and followed her out the door. My plan to cheer up Green had one flaw. To go to the abandoned mansion, you had to go through one of the worst parts of the southern areas. Green acted as if it didn't affect her, but she kept getting paid at with each conversation we overheard, which was quite a feat considering she was so paid.
Have you heard about the new rule of the government?
Which one? They create so many rules each day.
They say they're creating a new police force.
Okay.
For what? I don't think it's to protect us.
Ha, no. It's for...
The man stopped as he saw us listening, turned his back on us, and continued to speak in hushed tones. I pulled Crane around way before the spy. In the next block, we heard another
Do
disheartening
you
story.
have any money to spare? I'm not sure we'll be able to make ends meet this month.
I'm sorry. My husband was fired last week. We're in a pretty tight situation ourselves. Even more so now that the little one is coming.
Oh, damn.
Oh, right. When is she due?
In 2 months. I hope the midwife will be in this part of the city for that day. Ever since the last 2 became blood maids, we've been in a pickle.
That does not sound good. I took Green's hand and continued walking as quickly as I could. Maybe she really needed a reality check. This wasn't time or way to do it. We were too young to be able to do anything about it, even if we tried. Perhaps someday. As we walked, the scenery changed. We entered an area surrounded by mountains on one side and by thick forests on the other. There were several old manors here, which rumors said previously belonged to vampires. They looked like they used to be bustling with lavish parties. Now they were covered in dust and vines, boarded up windows, a sad reminiscence of a grandiose past. One of them stood out from the rest because it was clear that people visited it from time to time. Some of the vines were cut and the wooden boards covering the windows were broken enough to allow kids to climb through.
Here we are.
After you.
We squeezed between the boards. Torn curtains were mostly closed, but let in enough daylight for us to see. A threadbare rug covered the floor. There were small footprints in the dust, empty beer bottles scattered.
Wow, this place is a mess.
Ghosts don't tidy up, apparently.
Looks like someone's been having a party here.
Some of the old kids, probably.
No wonder it's abandoned. It's a dump.
Maybe you should send one of your cleaners over.
Stop it.
I think
Sorry,
the teasing
princess.
is being a bit much.
Hey, see that white stuff? It's called dust.
Yeah, she's definitely getting teased quite a bit. I wiped a speck on her pristine jacket. Green looked down, then back at me with a murderous glint in her eyes.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
Catch me if you can!
I ran away giggling. Cream came after me, and we ran up the wide staircase and across the creaking floorboards. She cornered me and smeared dust across my forehead.
Now we're even. You should look at yourself. You look so weird.
Green started to laugh. It was infectious and I joined in.
Alright, that's it.
I grabbed a handful of dust and cups of water and stepped forward. Green jumped back and I noticed the floorboards behind her were broken.
Cream, stop!
Nice try, but I'm not falling for...
You've fallen through the floor. I dashed forward and grasped Green's hand. This is the wooden floor collapsed. I held on with both hands as she dangled over. Using all my strength, I pulled her up. I lost my balance and fell back. Green landed on.
That was close. Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. What about you? Look at your head.
What?
I reached up and touched my scalp. My hand came away wet and red. Oh dear.
Ouch.
Here, let me take a look. Just a scratch. That was close. I don't even know how deep that hole goes.
We peered over the edge down into the gloom. Falling into that mess did not bear my thinking. Green stood and offered me her hand. Kept it and felt her surprising strength as she hauled me to my feet.
Be careful, and, thanks. I would have been a goner if it wasn't for you.
I forgot I still had a sound. I noticed her cheeks were flushed, thinking someone was not in her nature. We held each other's gaze for a moment before she shrugged and
Well, I guess we should be going.
I felt my own cheeks burning too. Strange warmth had come over my body. Perhaps it was concussion. Yeah, I would explain the next words that came out from my mouth.
Do you want to come and meet my mother?
Excuse me?
What? Okay, if you're sure. But first, let's go to the bunker and get cleaned up first. I don't want her fainting if we turn up covered in dust and blood.
Mom, I brought a friend. Hope that's okay.
Don't even ask us. I brought a friend. I entered my house with Green at my side slightly.
Oh, how nice! Sophia never brings her friends home to meet me.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Agapov. I hope I'm not imposing.
Not at all. And just call me Agatha.
Agatha.
Okay.
Ugh.
Do you know each other from school?
Corinne and I hang out after school. She's from a different area.
Ah, I see. Very nice. Dinner will be ready in a few minutes.
Phew, that was quick. My mother went to the kitchen. Corinne looked around the living room, taking in all the details.
You have a nice home.
You have a nice home.
Thanks. Although, I guess your house is way better.
It's bigger and has more luxury stuff, if that's what you mean. But I said you have a nice home. Mine is just a house.
I don't know what to say to that.
Girls, dinner is ready.
We went to sit at the table where there were 3 bowls of borscht. Corinne licked her lips.
I hope you like borscht, Corinne. If you want, I can make you another.
I love borscht. My grandmother used to make it for me when I was little. I kind of missed it. Thank you.
Aww.
I see. Then let's eat before it turns cold.
We ate the food in silence. I might be biased, but my mother made one of the best borscht in. Corinne seemed to think so too because she can't stop smiling with each bite.
I saw a picture in the living room of a man in a uniform. Is that your dad? The one you told me was saved by a vampire?
Corinne!
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, sorry. Was I not supposed to?
To my surprise, it was my mother who answered with a kind smile.
Yes, that was my husband, and it wasn't a lie. He was saved by a vampire in the last war. Unfortunately, he died years after, but maybe that's a story for another time.
look of profound sadness came over my mother's eyes. So quick, you missed it. I was about to change the subject, but Crean beat me.
Many years ago, I heard there was some prophecy related to vampires. Something about a chosen one? Have you heard about it?
Ah, yes. That's an old tale. How did it go? The princess will bring great change or terrible destruction. I used to believe it as a child. Now I'm not so sure.
Great change or terrible destruction? Seems risky.
It really does.
Yes, there's been far too much destruction around here already.
My mother became lost in thought, but her expression changed quickly.
Oh, speaking of vampires, that reminds me. I wanted to show you this.
She took something from her pocket and showed it to me. It was a picture of a beautiful girl with long silver hair, the color of moonlight, and constant eyes, wearing a gown that seemed to shimmer like the night sky. I took it from her.
So pretty. Who is she?
I must have sounded far more enthusiastic than I intended because Crean started laughing.
Someone has a crush.
I felt my cheeks turning red.
Get lost!
She's the princess of the vampire kingdom. Her name is Vlatka Razvan Zugravescu.
Yeah, that name. Something about the name caused my fingers to fumble, and the photo fell on.
Hey, be careful. It was hard to sneak this without anyone noticing.
Mom, you should be careful about these things. Haven't you heard the rumors about the secret police?
Oh, nonsense, darling. It'll be okay.
Just be more careful, please.
I will.
My visits to Crean's secret bunker continued for months when we grew closer. She would occasionally come to my house and eat more borscht, but she never once invited hers. I didn't mind. I knew that being with me was an escape from her. One night she seemed more distracted.
I can't stand it anymore. My parents are driving me nuts. I want to run away.
Why don't you then, Crean?
I mean, Agatha is pretty cool, but if you ever want to run away, just let me know. I'm up for it.
Crean walked to the sofa and flopped onto it dramatically. It wasn't the first time Crean had said something like that, so I decided to amuse her.
Where would we go?
I don't know. We can hide in the creepy mansion we went to. If it hasn't fallen down by now.
You hated that place.
I hated the hole I nearly fell into. I hated you wiping dust on me. That's different, but it would be a great hiding spot.
You didn't hate it. You found it fun, Crean. Stop lying to yourself.
What's wrong with here?
Because my parents will find out about it sooner or later. I already caught one of the guards snooping around here last week. Must have been following me. Luckily, I can lose them, but it wouldn't hurt to have a backup plan.
You've got a point. Okay, then. What if...
We started to think about all the things we could do if we ran away. We had so much fun that I almost didn't realize how late until the distant bell told the hour out.
Shit. Is that the time already? I need to go home before my mom freaks out.
I stood up quickly from the sofa. The Crean's hand on my arm stopped me, and I sank back down. A nervous expression caught me off guard.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I wanted to say that I'm so glad to have met you. Even if I did almost hit you with my backpack and tell you to get lost.
Aww.
Yes, and you almost flattened me when you jumped from the window. But why are you telling me this now?
I don't know. I just wanted to let you know, that's all. Since my Nana died, life's been tough. She was the only one who understood me, who listened to me.
Poor Kareen.
Not like my parents. Hanging out with you has made me feel alive again.
Poor Kareen. Before I could react, she quickly made a joke to avoid the awkwardness.
Even if you annoy me sometimes.
Hey.
Joking. But I am envious of what you have. The bond, I mean, with your mom. It's obvious how much you care for each other. My parents had me out of principle, not out of love. My house is full of possessions, but feels empty.
Aww.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm being so emotional.
You can be part of our family.
What?
Aww.
If your family doesn't appreciate you, then we can be your family.
Oh, I'm sure Agatha would be delighted to have me there all the time eating endless borscht.
I'm serious.
Kareen looked deeply into my eyes and then turned and hugged me tightly. It hugged her back to me, stayed like that for long. Because we believed we had all the time in the world. Huh? Oh. Oh, that seems so cute. So many locked. Honestly, the game is really cute. I'm really enjoying it. I just can't stream long today. I'm just great place to stream. Honestly, thanks everyone for being here. I know it's free. I just needed a little stream. No matter how long it was always fun hanging out with you lot. Remember to stay safe, stay hydrated. And I shall see you all soon. Bye.